Imagine walking into an hospital and before you even sit down, the doctor hands you a drug saying, take this and you'll be fine. No test, no question, no diagnosis. I am sure you probably walk out immediately because the doctor clearly don't know what he is doing. Now, the crazy part is that is how some of you sell. You meet a potential customer and immediately you start talking about your product, the price of your product, the features of your product, and your offer without even understanding the problem of the person. And you wonder why people are not buying from you. See, the highest paid sellers in the world use the same structures that doctors use. Once you understand it, please stop feeling awkward, pushy, or desperate. In this video, I'm going to show you exact step-by-step framework behind selling like a doctor and how you can use it in real conversation so prospects start convincing themselves to buy from you. Make sure you watch this video to the very end because the last step I'll be showing you is where most people lose sales without even realizing it. And if you don't want to miss out on this series, ensure that you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out. Now let's get into it.
Okay, let's learn how to sell like a doctor. Now, most of you sell the wrong way. You jump straight into pitching your product, but doctors don't do that. What they do is that they diagnose first, then they prescribe. They diagnose your problem and prescribe the solution. So if you want more buyers, you must follow the same process. And what is the doctor's process? The doctor's process is that they diagnose first. After diagnosing, they prescribe the solution and they close the sales. They diagnose, they prescribe, and they close the sales. And that's what you also want to be doing in your sales process. Now, let's see this. Now, so your step one, now remember I said you have to diagnose. So in diagnosing, you have to ask question. So step one, start with question, not pitching. You have to start with question. Now, when a doctor sees a patient, the first thing they do is they usually ask questions. They ask questions instead of, so you should do the same. Instead of, I sell this, my product does this. No, don't talk about your product. Don't talk about yourself. Talk about the patient. Ask questions. Let the patient talk about themselves because you want to know what they are facing. You want to know the problem they are facing, and you want to be able to provide the right solution for them. So ask them. Let the buyer or let the patient let them speak. So that's why doctors ask questions. So you can start with, what are you currently struggling with? Just like the doctor will say, can you tell me how you are feeling, right? So you ask your prospect, what are you currently struggling with? What have you tried before? What result are you hoping for? Now, the goal of these questions is to understand the real problem. Now, if you don't understand the real problem, you might not be able to provide a real solution. And when a patient knows that you understand how I am feeling, they trust your prescription because they see you as a professional. So always start with questions. Don't start with pitching. Start with questions. Let them speak. Let your prospect speak. Right? So step two is listening for the real pain. Now, as you're asking questions, you will discover the kind, because yes, they might be feeling different kind of pain, but there's a particular one that is actually the most painful experience, right? So a good doctor listening carefully before deciding what to do. So your job is also to pay attention to their words, notice emotional triggers, identify their biggest fear. Now, let me say as a patient, I comes to the doctor and said, I am feeling tired, I'm having running stomach, and I'm having deep headache. So that means that what I'm really, my painful experience is the headache, right? So I need that one to be solved first. So in asking question, your prospect can have different problems, but the biggest problem is what they want you to solve first. So if you don't ask question, if you don't listen to them talk, you might not know their biggest problem. You might be solving their least problem. And if you are providing solution to their least problem, they will not buy from you, right? But if you pay attention to them and you know their biggest problem and you find solution to their biggest problem, they are going to buy from you, right? So ask deeper questions like, what is that? Why is that a problem for you? How is that affecting your income and business? What happens if this continues? Just like I am an advertiser So if I'm talking to a prospect and the prospect is telling me that I'm not making sales, like I work with affiliate marketers the most, right? And they come to me and be like, since I started affiliate marketer, I've not made any single sales and all of that. So I can start with this kind of question. Okay, what are you currently struggling with? That I'm not making sales in my affiliate marketing business. And I'll be like, okay, what have you tried before? Say then I've tried to post on TikTok, I've tried to put on Twitter, but I'm not getting leads. So I'll now be like, okay, what is the result you're hoping for? I would love to get leads steadily so that I can present my offers to them, right? So they are already telling me their problem just by me asking questions. Now, deeper questions like, why is that a problem for you? Why is that why when you're not getting lead, why is that a problem for you? Because I'm not making money, right? So how is that affecting your income and business? I'm broke, I don't have money, right? So what happen if this continue? If this continue, I'm going to quit affiliate marketing. So you can see that this problem that my prospect is facing is eventually going to lead them to quit their affiliate marketing business and going to get them broke, right? So those are the pain points I will use when closing them, right? So the reason why you need to listen to their real problem is so that you can find the core pain, not just the surface issue. The core pain, not just the surface issue. Now, for the example I just gave you now, my prospect, they're having issues, they're not making sales in their affiliate marketing business. Why? They're not getting leads. They have tried to do organic method, they're not getting. So three problems. But what is the core? The core is that they are broke, and that might lead them to quitting affiliate marketing. So step three, confirm the diagnosis. Now, doctors usually repeat the problem back to the patient to be sure they are right. You should do the same also. Say something like, so from what you have said, your main issue is you're not making sales, and it is causing you're not making sales, and it's causing you to be broke. Is that correct? And they'll say yes. So when you repeat the question back to them, you want them to agree. The goal of repeating the question back to them is to get them to agree with the problem. Because when they agree with the problem, it will be easy for you to present solution to them. So this shows two things. It shows that you listen well, and it shows that, and that will build trust instantly. Now, and that is humans for you. When you are able to tell people what they are feeling, they trust you to provide the solution to them. But if you cannot repeat the problem they just tell you, you cannot repeat it to them, it shows that you're not listening to them, and they will not trust you to provide the solution to them. So the reason why you need to repeat the problem to them, the reason why you need to repeat the problem to them is so that number one, they can agree with the problem. Number two, to show them that you actually listen to them well. And because you listen to them well, you can provide the right solution for them. And that's what doctor does. So the step four is prescribe the right solution. You can see the step you have been following. Start with questions, not pitching. Listen to the real problem they are facing. Then confirm the diagnosis and prescribe the right solution. Now, only after diagnosis does a doctor gives medicine. Now, any doctors that give you a medicine without diagnosing you, without testing you, that doctor is whack. And I'm sure you're not going to receive that medicine from that doctor, because how do you know? Are you an herbalist? Are you a juju doctor? So it is after you have known their problem, you have known the real issue, you have get them to agree with the problem, that is when you should now introduce your offer. Now you can now introduce your offer, but instead of pitching futures, connect it directly to their pain. So you now be like, so you say something like this: based on what you have told me, this is exactly why my problem, but this is exactly why my program is designed for people like you. So for my own prospect, based on what you have told me concerning not making sales, and that is because of lack of leads, that is why my advertising agency is designed for people like you. I have helped different affiliates generate quality leads, and that leads have turned to sales. So that's you can see that. So based on their problem, you prescribe your offer to them. So this explain how you solve their exact problem, what result it gives, and why it fits their situation. Make your offer feel like an obvious solution. Just like the doctor, after that diagnose you, they say, okay, this is what is going on with you. Based on what you have said and based on our test, you're having malaria. So this drug is the best drug for any malaria. You're not going to argue because you already see the doctor as a professional, right? So make your offer feel like an obvious solution. So step 5, handle concerns like a professional. Yeah, in every sales process, people will always have objection, people have concern, and you must be able to handle them. Now, patients will often ask, will it work? Because some of them they might have used some malaria drug before to be like, will this work? I've used this drug before, I've used a similar drug like this before. So you ask questions like that, will it work? Is it safe? I have exam next week. Oh, this drug is not going to make me sleep. How long will it take? So these are concerns that patients usually ask the doctor, and doctors, they will explain to them. So you also expect objection. So when objection comes to you, always stay calm, answer clearly, and show them proof or examples of how your offer is the best solution to them. So don't see objections as a red flag. No, objections are normal and you must be able to handle them well, right? So example, you can say something like, that's a valid concern. Many of my clients felt the same way before starting, but here is what happened. Just like for my own case now, after I've told them that, okay, if I'm able to run ads, you're going to make sales, and they'll be like, are you sure the leads are quality? I will just say something like that. Yes, they are very quality. In fact, many of my clients feel the same way, but this is what happened. I can actually them proof of a previous client that have the same objection and how after they made payment, they got their result. I'll show them. Do you get it? So don't be afraid of objection. Just stay calm, answer clearly, and show them proof or examples that your stuff is working. Right? So step 6, which is the final step, give the clear next step. After prescribing, the doctor tells you exactly what to do. So after the doctor has prescribed the drug for you, they will tell you exactly what to do. It's okay. Once you get this drug, use it, or they can tell you, okay, go to the pharmacy down the hall. The drug is go to the pharmacy down the hall, give them this prescription and buy the drug. So the doctor tell you exactly what to do. So that's what we call call to action in sales process. You must tell your prospect what to do. After you have showed them your solution, you can now tell them, okay, we are ready to make payment, you are ready to get started, make payment to this account, and we're going to get started. So you must tell them what to do. So say something like, if you are ready, the next step is to get started today so you can begin seeing results. Or we like me to show you how to get started right now. So you must give them a clear step. Don't just leave them hanging. After you have shown your solution to your prospect, don't expect them to make decision. Tell them the decision that they should make. If you are ready, the next step is to make payments now, and start running tomorrow. They have to start running tomorrow, and you start seeing results. So, and they'll say, okay, drop your account details, and you drop it, and you close the sale. So remember, how do you sell like a doctor? Diagnose their problem first, prescribe secondly, then close naturally. Now, once you do this first two, closing is going to be very easy. So that is how you sell like a doctor and turn more conversations into paying customers. So in sell like a doctor, allow your prospect to talk more. Let them tell you their problem. So in listening to their problem, you know their deepest pain. So once you know their deepest pain, you can find solution to that deepest pain, right? And they are going to buy from you. So I believe you have learned something in this video. If yes, kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video to any of your friends that be interested. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer them. And if you want to reach out to me for any consultation on advertising, my number is going to be in the description. You can also chat me up on WhatsApp. See you in the next one.